Mate, what is with all these NRL fantasy podcasts? They all sound the fucking same. Welcome to the Echo Chamber.
Good evening and welcome to the Echo Chamber. Just another fucking NRL fantasy podcast. I'm your host tonight, Bryce. We're a bit late to the party. It's like fucking 9 p.m. or something. We're doing this. Eddie has decided he doesn't want to do the podcast this week for a reason. I think he's got a guy on Grinder or something like that. So joining me tonight is Roots. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Obviously not living it up as good as Eddie is with all his friends on Grinder.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. I can't quite remember. It's got to be something like that.
I heard orgy sprinkled in there somewhere, but, I wasn't really paying attention when he was speaking.
Yeah. No one really does anymore, to be honest. He's a bit washed.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. It's not like he's above both of us.
Yeah, that's a minor fact that we just need to cross over, mate.
It's a rumor. I actually haven't confirmed it.
Yeah, how'd you go this week?
Yeah, okay. Well, it wasn't a great week. I only climbed about 100 ranks. I got a 966.
Yep.
How about you?
I went backwards, but that's because I had a turbo that decided his hamstrings aren't playable. I did a Nathan Cleary captain. Well, I think most people did a Nathan Cleary captain, but also then played Keeney and Palongo. So
you're just describing my team to me at the moment.
It was just a down week for me. I lost a few ranks and bounced back. I had Marshall King as well, who decided he wanted to be shit.
Yeah.
So I think you had Pasco, which is probably the difference between our scores, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you have Walsh already?
No, I did not have Walsh either. So that's a little bit more.
I had him as well. Yeah, I must say I was never really understood the JMK play for around.
It worked.
What was it? It did, but I think it was always inevitable that you got to trade him back out because he's not a keeper.
No, he's not a keeper, but we'll see what happens with him at the moment. I have not traded him. I've still got 8 coming into this week. So plenty there, but obviously the other player that I'm trading at this week, Cam Murray, decided his cow wasn't doing any good. So I've got to trade out a guy with a sore hamstring and a sore cow.
It's fucking between Murray and fucking Turbo, can they actually string more than 5 games together?
I'm not sure, mate. Are they the same leg? Maybe we can just amputate one leg off one dude and give it to the other, and we can have one old player.
But Frankenstein them together.
Yeah,
an elite professional.
Keep them on the fucking pitch. All right, let's get stuck into some teamless shenanigans. Eels Panthers, obviously first game. Panthers licking their wounds after a game in a typhoon, where they didn't do very well. I've decided I don't want to look at the team and press the wrong button.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything too much on the Panthers. They've gone 1-19. Same team.
Yeah, nothing really is changing. I see a couple people have eyed up Edwards as an option to replace Turbo. I personally don't see it. I think he's been pretty good, but I don't think he's as good as some of the other echelons of wing fullbacks. And Devon doesn't have the ceiling of the other wing fullbacks, so I'd be sticking away from Edwards.
He's a bit more expensive, so you're going to have close to 100 grand in your bank to be able to step up to Edwards. And then I would be very scared about a rest.
Yeah.
Towards the
absolutely.
end. So you're right. His scores in the last 6 weeks have been fantastic. Yeah. I don't know. I think you could do worse than Edwards, but you're gonna have to really worry about the last 2 rounds a break, and he would probably only be that high 40s guy anyway.
Yeah, there's no one else really relevant in this Panthers team at all. They're all very well settled.
Yeah. I do see Will Penis is back, mate.
Cool Penis. Where is Will Penis sitting? In fucking 22?
Number 22, mate. He is getting close to come back. So it probably makes old Nanva a bit of a risk.
I don't know anyone that was looking at old Nanva.
If you need a full
for the Eels.
If you need a full cash down, that probably turns into a red dot. I don't know how many Sunday games they play. It's almost getting time to have a red dot looper in your team.
I've already got Macassini waiting to be a red dot, so I don't need that. I'm well ahead of the curve.
I think that's more of a brown dot, to be honest. Anybody else interested in this team? I've seen some people trade out Jack Williams, but he hurt some people when he went big the other week, so I'm going to hold him for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I've got Jack Williams at the moment. I must admit, I'm not super keen on holding him much longer. Held him last week because obviously he got the 80 the week before. But my understanding was that was due to an injury. Is why his minutes were so inflated that game. But like his scores aren't like they're very all over the shop. I don't think he's good enough to be playing in your 17 week on week out for the rest of the run home unless you're out of trades or you're running too low that you can't do a luxury trade of Williams to someone else.
Definitely luxury, and I think he's good enough to be 18, 19 man and loop week in, week out. And if he gets himself a 50, you play him for the week. So that's sort of my plan.
I've got him sitting in my 17 at the moment, essentially. He's really fighting for that last spot with Pasco. I am leaning to moving Williams on. If I had enough cash, I would probably be very tempted to move Williams on to Kolomatangi.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit more later.
Big Carlo.
But again, that's a bit more of a luxury trade because I have 9 trades before this week starts, so I'm doing a little bit better than I know a few other people are.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there on way less than 8 trades because they can't keep it in their pants and trigger.
Yeah, so that's something I'm pondering. I know that, like you said, I don't think I'd recommend that trade to many people.
Nah, I'd be holding Jackie. To win this game, it's got to be Panthers, right?
What about Iongi real quick? I know some people are also looking at him. I think he's an absolute piece of shit.
Don't even do it.
For a fantasy.
I know people who got him over the bye period and they're not happy. Like, guy just got a 34.
I remember when people got him after like the first couple rounds of the season, and they're like, "Oh, he's going to be an elite level keeper, wing fullback," and then he just shat the bed for the next like month before getting injured.
Yeah, nah, no, thank you.
Stop falling for it. He's not good enough for
557. I think there's better option out there.
Yep. No one else to talk about in this game.
No.
Who are you backing to win?
I think the Panthers come home with this one. Yeah.
I think they do. I think they come home pretty clear. But man, I'd love to see the Eagles win this just to spice up that race to the top a little bit more. Putting the Warriors within 1 win of taking first, man, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, not for me. Next game, Knights Roosters, mate. Bit of chook action here. I don't really interested in anybody, to be honest, but you're interested in somebody.
I'm interested in someone not by choice. I own Turbo, so Turbo needs to move on out of my team, and I need a new wing fullback so that I have someone who's a keeper who I could potentially play. The only one that's close enough in the price range is Tedesco, which I am not enthused about. I know he's had some really good runs this year, and I know the Roosters always finish really well, and I'm pretty sure that applies to Tedesco's scoring as well, generally. I don't think the Chooks even have a bad run home from memory. I'm just bringing it up now. But man, I'd rather not. What I really want is I want the person on the other side of the game. I want Kalen Ponga, but I can't justify it because I don't have the money. And 2, fucking Knights have that buy in round 27, which is just the fucking worst.
Yes, yeah, I already own Ponga, so I'm not into that same situation.
How many Knights do you have?
I got 2. I got Brown and Ponga, so
you're going to need to save 2 trades just to get rid of him for the last round, or at least 1 trade.
At least a trade, yeah. Because I'm not paying. Well, potentially could be playing Jack Cogger because Cleary might be having a break, but yeah. I'm going to try and save 2 trades. It's going to be difficult with people falling like flies, but I also own James Tedesco.
Yeah, he's been not good.
I've owned him since round 5, I think, or 6, and he was great until he wasn't. And it's been a rough hold, mate. He was up around close to 750k, and he's now back to 550. So he does have the potential, and he is, pretty much one of the best fullbacks in the game. So you've got to think he's going to bounce back. Like he would be the buy if you were me, somebody. Going from Turbo.
Well, I'm looking at Roosters draw, and it's not exactly appealing in my opinion. Newcastle Knights this week, Cowboys next week, Dogs the following week, Penrith, Tigers, Dolphins, Rabbitohs.
Got
Like,
unless the Storm have turned into the Cowboys.
no, they played the
Oh
Storm
no,
last
sorry.
week.
I'm still looking back at round 18, mate. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'd say two of them
Yeah.
are easy wins.
I
Yeah,
I'd
Dogs and Tigers.
I'd say they've got to be favourites for at least 6 of their final
Oh, they're
games.
going to be favourites for them. But I think some of these aren't going to be easy wins. Like the Knights are a good team. Cowboys have moments of brilliance. Penrith are Penrith. Dolphins are good, and then they finish on the Rabbitohs decider, which is that derby that always is closer than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Uh,
But buy James. I think he's a decent buy. But if you
I
can
don't-
afford, buy Ponga, right? I think that's what comes out of this.
would you buy Ponga though, just
Yeah.
because of that buy if you have enough trades?
Yeah.
I think the key being if you have enough trades.
Yeah.
I think Ponga's just literally the best fullback in the game for fantasy at the moment.
Yep.
Anyway, any other interesting Roosters that you're looking at, or
Nah, mate. Literally zero.
I still hate the fucking Roosters forward pack. I trust it not at all. I haven't owned a single one this entire season, and I stand by it.
Yep.
Even I think there's a bit of interest in Nat Butcher, who's named at second row. If he holds the 80, he's good, but don't trust him to hold the 80. I think it's that simple.
I called him a great buy over the Origin period. DPP can be that big scorer on the edge in 80 minutes. He played 2 games and then got injured, and that's what Nat Butcher does.
A true specialist.
So beware if you're buying Nat Butcher. He is cheap. He can score big on the edge, but he also gets injured. So
I think can we go just to talk a couple of the other Knights players that are a little bit relevant. Dylan Brown, I think you and I both own him.
Yeah, but you can't buy him now.
Absolutely not a buy. If you have him, you're still holding.
Yep.
I think the question I have for you, which is what I want to get to, is because I currently have it in my mind that Dylan Brown is going to Adam Dewey after the Tigers buy.
Nah.
Don't agree with that?
Nah. Nope. I'm not doing that. I think that's wasted.
I've got that locked in my mind.
I think if you look at Dylan Brown's run home, he's not going to get a break until the bye, unlike some of the other teams. They've got their bye around 27. So he's going to play every single game.
Oh, he's absolutely going to play until 26 without an injury.
They've got a shit Broncos. They've got the Raiders. They've got Titans, Manly, and then the only real tough game there is the Warriors. So I think
it's a bit generous. Roosters, Broncos, who look back to their old, at least a bit now that they have their team.
They played in a swimming pool last week.
Yeah, but still, they've got their strength back. You got Raiders who look a little bit back to normal. Manly's fallen off completely off a cliff, and then you got Warriors. I don't think it's the slam dunk run that you're suggesting it is. It's definitely a more favourable one than not. But
he just came off a 60 against the Sharks. He put a 72 up against the Rabbits, and a 62 up against the Dolphins, who at the time were flying.
And the week before that, he put up a 37.
Yeah, against a shit Tigers team. Like
I don't know. It's something that I have in my mind. Again, I have more trades than everyone else because I'm better than everyone else at the game, so I can do these luxury.
I think if you're going to trade out a guy that's got like a 60+ average over the last 5 weeks, then have fun. That's my opinion. That's my opinion on that. I don't intend on trading him out until the final round, and that's if I still have trades. So
the only other player I want to discuss from the Knights team, Dylan Lucas.
Yeah, he is actually a buy.
This dude, man.
He's actually a buy.
This dude.
He's a buy.
I'm not buying him.
If you can afford him, you buy him. He's the best edge in the game.
I cannot believe this run he is currently on. I was looking at him last week instead of 12, and I went, nah. He's had a few tries in his last few games. It's going to come down.
Part of his base,
score's going to stop being so good. Man's killing it. Fucking killing it. He's doing what KPP did at the beginning of the season. Nuts.
No, if you got the 840k and you're sitting on like 5 trades, then you need to go get him.
I don't. I actually wouldn't get him for the same reason. I think I'd be hesitant to get Ponga is because of that buy.
Yeah, but
I think
you
it's too
need
much.
the best players. Like both me and Eddie spoke about this last week. You need the best players. Dylan Lucas is the best back rower. Ponga's the best wing fullback.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Like,
I would say that the two Carlton brothers are keeping up with Lucas for scoring.
but everyone's got him.
So yeah, and that is the issue. What's Lucas owned at? He's fucking 40% in the top 100.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
they've got him, mate. 40% top 1,000, 40%
Damn.
top 5,000. Like, we're probably the only two clowns that never don't have him, mate.
Why didn't you talk me into him back in round 12, mate?
He
What did you do?
just never made sense for me. Like, he did fit my buy schedule. He never fit into my team. So, yeah, I don't know. I just could never get him. I think the
Yeah,
Roosters
plus he was named in Origin, which is
Yeah,
another fucking inconvenience.
I think Roosters comfortably win this game.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't know, man. I'm the Knights have been sliding, but I'm backing them to bounce back sooner rather than later. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Knights win this. I'm actually going to back them for this one.
Yeah, no, I think the Roosters do a number on the Knights, and we actually see that they are just a lower top 8 side. So, yeah, that's
Disrespect.
what it is, mate. Rabbitohs and the Storm. ACL confirmed for Warbrick. Not good.
ACL was it? I thought it was
Sorry,
Achilles.
Achilles. Achilles confirmed, so he's gone for 12 months. That sort of sucks for
Yeah,
the
poor lad.
Warriors who brought him. So, yeah.
Also, the Storm who are still playing.
I seen old NRL physio put up a post saying that 25% of professional athletes that do their Achilles never come back.
Shit. That's
I didn't think it was that high, but yeah, that's what he was saying. Like 25% never get to the level that they're at before. They just never make it
and
back.
Huddy did his as well.
So, yep. So pretty bad week last week for injuries. Paulo. Now, given that Fafita just got suspended,
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
are you still going to jump on him, Matt?
Oh, hey, the issue is, I'd love to jump on Colo. I am now more hesitant, having seen the judiciary news that Fafita's out for 2 weeks with suspension.
Yeah.
But man, I'd still be quite interested in Colo, especially with Murray gone. Like he is really elite. What's Colo from Price at the moment?
I think he's maybe mid 5s.
No, it's much more than that. It comes
680,
86K.
680. Sorry, he was
Yeah.
mid 6s.
But oh man, he is an elite player for fantasy when he gets this big role, which he seems to have at the moment. I can't get him in my team without doing an absurdly luxury trade like Jack Williams to Colo, and even then I can't do it. I don't have enough money in the bank, so
Yep.
I won't be getting him. If you are cashing out someone because of one of the injuries that's occurred this week and you need a mid for whatever reason, or just need someone who's going to score well on your bench, I'd be leaning Colo. But again, it is with that caveat now that Fafita's gone for 2 weeks, and you don't want Colo if he's named on edge. He just doesn't score as well.
Yeah, which
So,
and that's why I am buying another South player with my Murray money.
yeah,
I'm getting you an Atiken.
I love it. I honestly love it. I would love to have you and Atiken in my centers. I went on Karaz a few weeks back. Hasn't been good. I prefer Atiken in every sense of the word because of his more consistent scoring when he actually does fucking play. But man, if you don't have a clear way to him, there's no point, in my opinion, blowing up in your team for him. But he does average 61, I think, this year when playing at edge for 80 minutes.
Yeah.
So like he's going to be one of the top 2, top 3 centers. Like your dream combo is Aitken and Hobie Farnworth in centers.
So I'm assuming that then once the news about Fafita gets out and everybody seeing it, because at the moment he's moved less than 1% of people have brought him in. Reece Walsh has been brought by 4% of the player base, which at this time of the year is huge. Have that much movement. So everybody seems to be going from Tom to Reece by the looks of this. 4% out for Tom. 4% in for Reese. Actually, a lot of people selling Tamari Martin for them. Did he get injured?
No, he just didn't put up a very good score last week.
Panic sell. Yeah, no, I think Atiken, especially with Herbie out this week, makes a little bit more sense. But then Atiken is just going to be starting edge for me, and I'll figure out what I'm going to do with Tomoko. If a cash down might come around or something like that, or keep Tomoko
You
with
still have Tomoko?
Yeah, mate. He's been killing
I
it.
sold him after round. What was the second major buy? I sold him after that one.
He's been like since I brought him, he's been like the fourth highest averaging center.
Actually, how's he been going? Oh, he's been doing. Actually, he got 69 in round 16. Well, when was the second major buy? That was round.
15.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I got his last real good score. The other ones he's just been putting 36s and low 40s, which is still good for what we bought him for. He
Yeah.
actually did a pretty decent job for us when we got him for the buys.
Yeah,
I was quite content with
62,
Tomoko.
69, and then he's done that 40
Yeah.
sort of average since then, which is all I really want from my center. So
Yeah.
yep, I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with him. He is a bit of a pod as well, so there is that. But I wish he would just score more tries.
Yeah, well, I think he's doing a little better than the cover center I've bought, who I'm playing this week at the moment.
We'll get to it, mate. We'll get to it.
You and I can get him if you can. Is essentially the
buy
consensus.
100%. Colo probably avoid for a little bit. No one is really a buy on the Storm team.
No, Polongo is still a hold despite his low score. Do not panic, sell him.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Would you still consider Richard a cash down though?
He made 70k last week. Fucking hell! I wish I had an excuse to cash him out and someone down to him last week.
Yep.
I wouldn't get him this week because he's not playing for the entirety of the season. He's only got until Money's back, and Money's not. It's back in 3 weeks at best.
Well, after the bye.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
that's we got to think the news on Munster is right, and that he'll be back after the bye. Munster has a history though of I'm back on this week, and then doesn't show up on the team list. So
I don't know, man. Like, it's not a bad. It's 270 is a bit too much for a cash down though, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think
it'd be okay if he was using him if you had him as a backup score for the rest of the season, but just for the next 3 games, I don't think it's enough.
And Storm, they need to win every game, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think Munster will be back sooner than later, even if he's not 100%. Yeah, and obviously the unfortunate news about Warbrick sucked. Do you expect the Storm to win this game?
No. I back Bunnies to win this one, to be honest. Even with their injuries and crises, I think Bunnies are just a better team. Storm don't exactly fill me with confidence with anything they do.
Jerome back this week, I think, is huge for him. I think he's going to lead them through. I am tipping the Storm this week, mate. I think no Murray for the Bunnies is a bigger loss than most people think. So when he's in the team, they play better. Simple as that. Raiders, West Tigers.
Bunnies have Latrell back.
But Latrell may not be back.
No, the Bunnies have Latrell Sigwalt named in number 3.
Yes. Big Sig. I think everyone's pretty much sold him now that owned him. If you did not, then you'll get a few more price rises. He's still a hold until... Yeah.
As long as he's playing, just keep using him.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's a good scorer.
He is. But yeah, did you see the news today that Latrell might not be back at all this year? His calf.
I did not see that.
Yeah, his calf apparently is worse than they anticipated and may not be back this year.
How many games does he play a season?
3.
Fuck. What's that? $333,000 a game?
Something like
That's good money.
Money was spent.
Good spending by the fucking Bunnies.
Well, he does keep people talking about the team as well. So there's always, how much do you pay for publicity? Raiders, West Tigers, mate. I think the West are in a bit of trouble here.
Oh, I think the West season is done. Just book him on a flight to Bali now.
Javron Andrews. Who the fuck is Javron Andrews?
Well, wait, no, Adam Dewey's going to take the spot because Adam Dewey cleared.
I just don't know why he would even Jock Madden 19, and they've just named some kid just to be disappointed when Like, it's a bit harsh, you know what I mean?
I imagine getting your debut jersey
Yeah.
just for them to snatch it off you 5
I
minutes
feel
later.
like that is fucking brutal from Benji, bro. Hey, Javron, I'm going to name you on the team. People are going to get super excited. You're going to get 14,000 fucking text messages about congratulations. Oh, but if Adam Dewey's cleared, then we're playing. I feel like that's rough as fuck, bro.
Oh, mate. What can you do?
Now, Big Twali, who's he slapping this week? He slapped the shit out of
Fucking hope
Jermaine
it's
last week.
salmon again.
He'd go to a different game to slap him.
I want to see a fucking pitch invader who's just twirl running at fucking salmon.
Well, I want to see
Doing
if
God's work.
Ricky Stewart goes out and shakes his hand and be like, well done. Should have slapped him harder.
I love all the memes that have been going around of fucking Raiders immediately signing Twal on $1 million.
Yeah, 100%. Are you interested in any players in either of these teams?
I'd like Adam Dewey, but not an option with the fucking Tigers by around the corner. Raiders, no. No one of interest. I know people were selling Tarpanay this week.
I think that's a
Very much a
luxury.
luxury trade.
Yeah,
But I have the same opinion on Tarpanay as I do Jack Williams. If you have enough trades to do it, I'd
Yeah.
consider it. But people don't have enough trades to justify doing it, so I wouldn't be doing it in their shoes.
yeah.
So Songy named at centre. He's been at edge for the last few weeks, eh?
Nah, center. I've had Noel Martin and
Sure.
Zach on the edge. Yeah,
I thought Zach was playing 13 the last few weeks. Nope, I am completely wrong.
yeah.
Keep up the good
No,
work.
Sasangi came back straight into the center and still working his way back to full fitness. So,
Yeah, he hasn't been doing too good scores.
but he still looks dangerous. So it's just a
Yeah.
matter of time before he fires again. So I just watching that, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get him. And with you and Atiken, I don't think he's required either.
Yeah, and the other thing to know about Raiders is they have the bye round 26. So for anyone playing head to head, they're pretty much
That's your
fucking
final.
worthless.
That's your final, bro.
Yeah, mate, that's literally you're gonna lose all your money because all your best players are out because they're all fucking wearing green.
Yeah.
So nothing to say about this. Who are you backing to win? I
Raiders
assume it's
easy,
not
mate.
the West Tigers, given their
Raiders
dog
easy.
shit.
Raiders easy. As long as May keeps scoring well and hope Twile loses some money now. And
I heard Twala's playing 120 minutes this game.
yeah.
So
Well, he's going to get sent at sin bin 3 times, so probably averages out at 80. Bulldogs Warriors, mate. I think the Wars comfortable to win this game.
can we take a moment and just laugh at the dogs for 1 second?
Bro, I
Like,
don't.
what the fuck is going on with this club? Someone actually needs to explain it to me.
So
How did they come out? Had a good week last week, where they finally put Galvin to 6 and had an actual 7-play-7. And then this week, they go back to Gavin being 7 and naming a centre in the 6.
That's because Stephen Crichton was out last week with HIA.
But
So
we saw the improvements. We saw what the team actually needed. Their identity came back for a single game, and now they're running back with a stupid fucking experiment that hasn't worked at all this season. Like,
that if practice makes perfect, right?
hey, I'd be more annoyed as a Dogs fan than if I was a fucking Tigers fan.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
at least Tigers, you can blame other things having an influence on why your team's shit. The Dogs is entirely their own fucking fault.
Tamari Martin, I think, is still a hold, mate. Like, I don't think people should be panicking selling him. I think he'll be fine.
He's been scoring well.
Yeah, I think that's a fucking complete luxury trade, getting rid of Tamari Martin, unless you're doing something crazy with the money. Kiraz as well, hold, not a buy. And I think that's about it for this game as far as fantasy's concerned, mate.
I interest you in Stephen Cryan at 6.
No, you cannot.
I must say, and this is something I loathe to accept. Lachlan Galvin is the bane of my fucking existence, but he scored really well this year in fantasy, and he's continuing to do so. So fuck him. If you still have him, I know you do, Eddie. Fuck you. He's still absolutely a hold. He's probably a season keeper.
I think he's going to sell him though. That was the plan. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he said he's either sold him last week or he's going to sell him coming up.
He played him last week against me.
Did he?
Yeah.
That rubbed the salt into the wound.
Oh, I still beat him. Don't worry. But
that's why he's not on the
I
podcast.
was sweating watching Galvin continue to fucking score well.
You're lucky that your shit cunt fucking gay retard tag ended early there, mate. Could have been all year.
Hey, he's fucking killed it this year. I actually hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
Warriors to win, easy.
Yeah, Warriors to win.
Now the original Queensland Derby, the old 4X Derby, the Cowboys and the Broncos. Last week we had an experiment where we decided we didn't want to play a 7. We just wanted to play all 6s and 4s. Couple of fullbacks. Didn't work.
So the dog strategy you adopted is what you're saying.
We tried it. It didn't work. Obviously, because it hasn't worked all year. But Tommy and Jake back in the engine room. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I like your team. I like your chances this game. I think they're very good.
Yeah, it's this is one of the strongest teams we've put out for a while. Yeah, big Jace is doing Jace things. Lukey and Nano are both super fit right now. They don't look like either of them have a niggle or an injury. It's just we lost our way against the Dolphins last week after we started really, really well, and we just didn't have a guy to pull it back. And let's see if Jake can do it this week. If he doesn't, then we are going to have to just put all our chips into Jackson at 6. And Tom, you need to learn to run a team, mate.
Isn't the plan for Purdue to play fullback next year?
Potentially. The other one that can play fullback is Chester. Because that's Chester.
Oh, yes.
Chester is a fullback.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be some kind of plan here for who your 6 is next year if it's not Clifford, which, given last week, I'm starting to take the interpretation that it's not Clifford is your plan in the halves for next year.
Yeah.
You see how that one unfolds. I always thought Purdue was the plan at fullback next year, but obviously I'm mistaken.
I think he definitely is number one plan right now, but Chester played all his junior rugby at fullback. So he's only just sitting in the team as a centre because that's what we had.
I do think asking Dearden to play the organizer is asking him to do a role that's probably not his best.
I think he still needs to learn it. Like it's a lot to learn.
Absolutely, but I also think he's just a better runner of the footy than he is a general.
I mean, people said that about a lot of elite halves over the years, though, and they've always all ended up being amazing generals. So they said that about JT too, that they weren't sure if
People
he
have
could do
also
it.
said it many times about people that weren't elite halves that were definitely better at being a 6 than a 7.
Yeah, I think Tom's got enough about him, mate. I think he's smart enough. Did you see the shots he fired at fucking Brisbane last week, though? That was hilarious. Anyway,
No, what do you do?
Oh, he said something about the club being shit or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. A whole long time ago. Reece Walsh, big buy this week, mate.
Yeah, I'm not happy because I've owned him for a little bit, and he comes out with a massive score, which is good for me. But then Turbo goes down. A couple games later, so now everyone's jumping on the Walsh train.
The next game.
Was it? No, they played on Friday.
I see what you meant. I thought you meant rounds. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So Walsh is now fucking number one most traded player, I imagine, this week. If you don't own him, get him. If you have anyone to get him to, just fucking he's your first target. Even if not, he's probably still your best target. Walsh will score just below, if not as well as Ponga, I reckon, for the rest of the year. And at least Walsh doesn't have the fucking drop by.
Yep. Reece Walsh is your number one buy this week if you get him. I think that's pretty easy, and I'm going with the Cowboys to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going to back the Broncos. I think that the rest are going to help them get as many wins as they can to keep their fan base interested.
I'm now living with like 4 different fucking Broncos supporters, and I can't wait for us to thrash them. And if we don't thrash them,
finish off their season. I'd love that.
And if we don't thrash them, then I'm just going out and I'll move out of my house.
Yeah.
The Dragons Titans. Okay. I just read that out and I'm realised I'm definitely not going to be watching this game.
I will actually be turning this game on, and I have I have a theory, which is it's been undermined somewhat by the Titans winning Manly, but I have a weird feeling that the Dragons are going to snake away from getting the spoon this year, and the Titans are going to end up with it.
Haven't Titans won 2 in a row?
They have, but one thing that's worth noting is that the Dragons' run home is considerably easier than the Titans. If you look at the Titans' run for the rest of the season, after this game, I think this game will decide who wins the spoon, is what I'm trying to say. If you look at the Titans' run home, it is diabolically bad.
The old classic 6-point relegation game.
It is Warriors. After this game, it's Warriors, Cowboys, Knights, Cronulla, Rabbitohs, Dolphins.
I don't think I agree. I think Dragons have only won 2 games all year. Titans have done that in the last 2 weeks. I think the Titans need 1 win out of their last 2 actually not get the wooden spoon. 4 and a guess are like through the roof. It's just.
I just want to say, if Dragons win this, we'll come back to this at the end of the season, and I will say I told you so.
We'll check it out, but I think you're way off, bro.
I'm way off. I say this as a Titans stan.
Yeah, Titans something. Anyone to buy? Probably not.
We talked to a couple of these Titans players that are in most of our teams still, like
Keeney. I think he's a hold or a sell. Like,
I don't think he's a sell, especially given we lost Turbo.
I think
last week.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think you just hold him for the rest of the season and hope he can do well. Again, having just mentioned the Titans bye, I'm not convinced that's going to go about like we wanted to.
Yeah.
But I think he's a hold. So I think the same goes for Jaden Campbell. At this point, if you still have him, you're holding him for the rest of the season and kind of just going to take the licks with it.
Yeah.
The one I want to talk about is Pascoe. Do you still have Pascoe?
I don't, but if I did, I'd be holding.
Yeah, I still got him, and I'm very happy I do because I played him last week as well. I think Pascoe is pretty much the ideal 18th man. I think his scoring is really good, especially when he's playing these 80 minutes. He can just outright be in your starting 17 if he's playing 80 minutes.
Yeah.
I really like Pascoe. If you have him, you're riding the wave, and you're going to enjoy it, I reckon.
Yeah, no, he's definitely still a hold. I think all the Titans are holds that you own. Dragons are the same thing. I don't think anyone's a buy, but they're all holds.
I saw some people trying to buy Hamish Stewart this week. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a bit late. I think there's better options.
But you don't want to pay, what is it, 714k for Hamish Stewart?
He is elite in his scoring. Spoke about this last week, but if you're paying 700k, just pay the extra 100 and get Lucas.
Yeah, probably the correct assessment. Though, then again, fucking Hamish doesn't have that buy.
He doesn't. No, he does not. But he plays for the Dragons. Counterpoint.
Haven't you heard the Dragons aren't winning the spoon, mate?
Oh, yeah, right. Luck with that.
Okay.
GPP. No, look, I think if you wanted Hamish Stewart, you probably should have got him fucking.
You probably should have started with him like we did, and then not saw him in round 2 like we did.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Classic old hindsight. I did not expect him to score as well as this on the edge, though.
No, he started on the edge pretty poorly, and then grew into it as the season went on.
Yeah, I felt a little bit justified when he got like them 247s where he started in the lock, but then Ryan took over and he went to the edge and he played like 40 minutes on the edge and scored nothing. But since sort of them interchange games, he's been pretty elite with his scoring on the edge. No, I don't think he's a buy. I think he's just a hold if you own him.
I don't think I could talk anyone out of getting him, but yeah.
You'd have to have a pretty fucking decent reason. Maybe upgrading a Murray. But you'd want
a good reason.
You'd want to own the rest, and your team would want to be fucking pretty sick. Like if you didn't have Ola Quado, would be like a pound lamp, but Ola's killing it. Like surely everyone's got Ola now.
Yeah, I think you'd get Ola over fucking Hamish Stewart for sure. So you're backing Titans to win this game?
Yeah, I think Titans win this game, mate.
Next and final match.
The Fuzzball's dead, mate. He signed his fucking contract, got himself a job, and now he can't coach anymore.
Yeah, hate to see it. I'm as big a Manly hater as everyone else, but I was enjoying the Kieran Foran fucking Fuzzball period where they were actually doing well. But yeah, it's well and truly over. Saying that they're probably going to beat the Sharks just for fun because I've said it now. But man, that was a bad loss against the Titans, and they really hurt their top 8.
Lost to the Cowboys, lost to the Titans. Come up against a fucking really, really good Sharks team. I think they're in trouble this week, even though it is at home.
The Manly have a terrible record at home against the Sharks, though.
Yeah,
they haven't won in I think it's a long period of time in this matchup.
Yeah. Now,
so
players to look at as far as buys. Nico Hines, I think you can still buy.
Yeah.
If you need a half. I think you've got big mob trade 6+. You could look at Nico Hines as a bring in. On the other side, I don't think there's anyone in that Manly's team apart from Olaquatu.
Yeah, there's no one that's a buy. There's a couple holds if you have Joey Walsh. He's really good as that like depth in your emergency. I still have him. He's scoring well, but no one's a buy. You don't want Kulo at wing. Hopoate isn't that great a scorer at wing fullback from memory. Let me quickly just triple check that I'm not talking shit.
Nice.
No, he's diabolical. There we go. That's a concern. Maybe it's that concern. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying any of these Manly players. If you don't know Ollie, you just give up. Okay,
Yeah.
The season's over. Start again next year.
Yeah, if you don't have Olaquatu, you probably need to figure out a way to get him pretty quick and cash down to somebody, make a risky play to try to get him in because he's really gonna hurt you. Yeah, I think Sharks win this game comfortably.
I must say, I'm hoping to God that my pod cover center Jesse Ramian picks up this game. But fuck, I need him to score well.
Who's he running at?
He will be running at Garrick.
Oh, mate, no chance.
Yeah, not feeling confident on that one, eh?
Garrick fucking played really well last week, and I didn't even loop. I was gonna loop him, and I'm like, oh, nah, Garrick's been a shitter for so long. I'm not even gonna worry about it. And then he comes out, 64, flops it out. So this week I'm looping both Timoko and Garrick.
That's smart. I've got Williams and Teddy in a loop at the moment.
Yeah, that could be a rough one. Williams comes out and gets like a low 40. You're gonna be really tempted to play fucking Teddy at that point.
I think I will if he gets below 45. I think I'll play Teddy.
Yeah. All right.
Risk it for the biscuit, eh?
Hey, risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it. Yeah.
Risk it for the limp. All right. Well, that's it. Good luck. My trades are Cam Murray and Big Turbo out. Coming in will be Mr. Walsh and Mr. Atiken. What are you doing, mate?
At the moment, Turbo to Teddy, but I might play around and see if I can somehow get Aiken in instead.
Yeah.
The second trade.
Yeah. Look into it. Probably a good bet. I think they're going to be the two biggest trade-ins this week, especially with the beta news.
Yeah. I think if I can move Karaz out to wing fullback instead, like you were mentioning earlier,
yeah,
might be a better play.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody.